You could be missing out on real estate markets set to explode by 2035. Find out which countries will see property prices skyrocket and how you can profit by getting in early. The next decade is going to be one of the most exciting times to invest in real estate, but only if you're in the right places. These 5 countries are expected to experience massive property price increases, driven by growing economies, booming infrastructures, and rising demand. If you want to invest where the future is heading, stick around to see which markets will dominate by 2035. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, now's the time to get in before prices explode. Investing in real estate can be a tricky business. With so many options around the world, it's hard to know where your money will work hardest for you. Do you go for stable, developed markets with low growth potential, or do you take a chance on emerging markets where the risk is higher, but so are the rewards? How can you identify where to put your money now to ensure you don't miss out on skyrocketing property prices in the future? The answer lies in looking at the trends that are shaping the future of real estate. We're talking about economic growth, infrastructure projects, population shifts, and international investments. When all these factors align, they create perfect storm conditions for rapid price increases. Let's dive into the countries where these conditions are coming together to change the real estate game. Mexico is one of the fastest-growing real estate markets in Latin America, and it's only going to get better over the next decade. Why? First, Mexico benefits from its proximity to the United States, making it an ideal location for cross-border investment. Americans in particular are flocking to Mexico to buy property, whether it's vacation homes, retirement properties, or short-term rental investments. Cities like Playa del Carmen, Tulum, and Mexico City are seeing huge demand from both local and international buyers. But it's not just foreign buyers driving the market. Mexico's government is making major infrastructure investments, which are playing a crucial role in increasing the value of real estate. From new highways and high-speed rail systems to improved airports and public transportation, the country is improving its connectivity, which makes living and working in Mexico even more attractive. These investments will open up new areas for development and bring more people into urban centers, increasing demand for both residential and commercial properties. On top of that, Mexico is a booming tourist destination, and that's giving the hospitality real estate market a boost as well. As tourism grows, the demand for rental properties will continue to rise, especially in the resort towns and beach destinations. By 2035, we can expect to see a sharp increase in real estate prices in Mexico. If you're looking for a relatively affordable market with enormous potential, Mexico is one to watch. Brazil is a massive country with a growing economy, and its real estate market is primed for a major leap forward. The country has experienced some ups and downs in the past, but recent economic growth combined with infrastructure investments is setting the stage for real estate prices to rise sharply by 2035. Brazil is also seeing an influx of foreign investment, especially in major cities like São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Brasilia. The construction of new commercial spaces and luxury developments is increasing demand for both residential and business properties. Brazil's real estate market is growing in sectors like hospitality, student housing, and high-end residential areas, and as the country's economy continues to develop, these sectors will expand rapidly. One of the most exciting things happening in Brazil is the government's push to improve infrastructure. New roads, airports, and urban mobility projects are making cities more accessible, while the country's tourism sector is attracting millions of visitors each year. As Brazil becomes more connected and accessible, property prices in key cities are set to rise. Another factor that will contribute to rising prices is Brazil's young and expanding population. With more people moving to urban areas in search of better jobs and living standards, demand for housing will increase significantly, driving up real estate prices. Brazil's real estate market still offers opportunities for growth, but you need to act now before prices go through the roof. By 2035, Brazil's real estate market could see significant growth, especially in the commercial, residential, and hospitality sectors. Turkey is one of the most unique real estate markets in the world, combining a rich history, diverse culture, and modern infrastructure, all while being at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. It's a country that has been on the radar of savvy investors for years, and its real estate market is only going to get hotter by 2035. Cities like Istanbul, Ankara, and Izmir are seeing massive increases in property values, and this trend is expected to continue. Turkey's growing population, rising middle class, and expanding tourism industry are all factors that will drive demand for housing and commercial properties in the years to come. On top of that, foreign buyers are flocking to Turkey, attracted by the country's affordability and the chance to invest in a growing market. There are also incentives for foreigners who purchase property, like citizenship through investment, which has encouraged international buyers. Infrastructure development is another key driver. The government is investing heavily in transportation, including the construction of new airports and high-speed rail systems. These projects will improve access to major cities, increase business opportunities, and make it easier for people to live and work in Turkey. As Turkey becomes more connected and developed, the value of real estate in major urban areas will skyrocket. Turkey's tourism sector is booming, which is also driving up demand for vacation homes, rental properties, and commercial spaces. As tourism continues to increase, so will the value of real estate in popular destinations. By 2035, Turkey is expected to be one of the fastest-growing real estate markets in Europe and Asia. If you're looking for a market with a lot of potential and relatively affordable entry points, Turkey should be at the top of your list. Vietnam is one of Southeast Asia's most dynamic economies, and its real estate market is on the verge of an explosive upward trend. Over the last decade, Vietnam has become a hotspot for both foreign and local investors, and by 2035, its real estate market could easily be one of the top performers in the world. Vietnam's economy is growing at an incredible rate, and it's one of the fastest growing in Southeast Asia. Cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are seeing an influx of residents due to rapid urbanization, and these urban centers are creating more demand for residential, commercial, and industrial real estate. The government is investing in infrastructure development with major projects like highways, bridges, and high-speed rail networks that will make moving around the country easier, further driving up demand for property. Another key factor driving the market is foreign investment. Vietnam has become a key player in the global supply chain, attracting investment from countries like Japan, South Korea, and the United States. With the influx of foreign capital, new businesses are being built, and job opportunities are growing, which is attracting more people to urban areas. Vietnam is also seeing a rising middle class, which is contributing to increased demand for both residential and commercial properties. In addition, the country's real estate market is still relatively affordable compared to its regional neighbors, making it a perfect market for investors looking to get in early. By 2035, real estate prices in Vietnam could see staggering increases, especially in the major urban centers. If you're looking for a rapidly growing market with massive potential, Vietnam is a country you can't afford to overlook. And finally, the country at the top of our list, India. If there's one country where real estate prices are destined to soar by 2035, it's India. With a population of over 1.4 billion people, India is the world's largest democracy and one of the fastest-growing economies globally. The country is experiencing rapid urbanization, and the demand for both residential and commercial properties is off the charts. Cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and Chennai are already seeing massive increases in real estate prices, and this trend is only going to continue. As India's middle class expands and more people move to cities in search of better jobs and living conditions, the demand for housing will skyrocket. Real estate developers are already building new housing projects, commercial spaces, and mixed-use developments to meet the rising demand. The Indian government is also investing heavily in infrastructure with massive projects underway to improve transportation, energy, and technology infrastructure. This includes new metro systems, highways, and smart city initiatives, all of which will make urban areas more livable and accessible, driving up property values. Another factor contributing to India's real estate boom is the country's growing tech industry. India is one of the largest tech hubs in the world, and with the rise of tech startups and multinational companies setting up offices in major cities, demand for commercial properties is soaring. As these industries continue to grow, so will the need for office spaces, retail spaces, and residential units for employees. Foreign investment in India is also increasing, with investors from around the world seeing India as a key growth market. The real estate sector is attracting global attention, and by 2035, India's real estate market could be one of the most profitable in the world. What's the bottom line here? These 5 countries, Mexico, Brazil, Turkey, Vietnam, and India, are poised for explosive growth in their real estate markets by 2035. The factors driving this growth are undeniable: strong economies, expanding populations, government investments in infrastructure, and increasing foreign investments. If you want to be part of the next big real estate boom, these countries should be at the top of your investment list. But the key to success in these markets is getting in early. These opportunities won't be around forever, so the sooner you start researching and making moves, the better your chances are of securing high returns on your investment. To wrap up, these 5 countries are where the future of real estate is heading. Whether you're looking to invest in residential, commercial, or hospitality properties, these markets offer incredible potential. Each one has unique factors contributing to its growth, but the common thread is that by 2035, real estate prices will have skyrocketed. It's time to act now if you want to position yourself for success. Stay ahead of the curve, do your research, and start making moves in these markets. The next decade is going to be a game changer for real estate, and these countries will be at the heart of it all. Want insider real estate investing tips? Subscribe now and grab the game-changing info in the description.